All right, friends, today we're going to be working on counting by ones with a hundreds chart. And we're going to use Google Slides today because it's the best way for you to show me when you do your practice exactly what you know. So here I am on our hundreds chart, and you're going to see that I have some white spaces on my hundreds chart. Your job when you get to the hundreds chart is going to be filling in those missing numbers. All you need to do is to click on the box, and then you'll be able to type in the number that's missing. So here I started with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know that the number 6 comes next, so I'm going to type the number 6. From there it's the number 7, then the number 8, the number 9, and I can check and make sure, hey, is my next number the number 10? It sure is. I'm going to show you another one, and this time I'm going to start a little bit higher on the hundreds chart, not too far. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's the next number? It's the number 10. So I'm going to click on the box and type in the number 10. But when I get down here, maybe I don't know. What is that next number? What number comes after 10? Well, I can see in this row, all of these numbers have the number 1 in their tens place. So I can write the number 1 in the tens place. And then here, I can see that all of these numbers have the number 1 in the ones place. So if I stay with my pattern that they have a number 1 in the ones place and a number 1 in the tens place, I know that the next number is the number 11. Following that pattern, I can tell that I have a 1 in the tens place, and in this column they all have the number 2 in their ones place. So that must mean it's the number 12. Here, all of these have the number 3 in the ones place, and again a number 1 in the tens place. So that means I have the number 13. When I click off of this, I can check and make sure that did my pattern hold true? All of these numbers have the 1 in the tens place. That's the first number. Let me check. All of these numbers have the number 1 in the ones place. Did I do it right? I sure did. I can check each number to make sure that I counted by ones correctly. Once you get the hang of it, try not to use that pattern. Try to just figure out what number comes next, but make sure you check yourself using the pattern. So here, I'm just going to see if I can figure it out by counting. I don't have to start at the number 1 when I'm counting. I can start all the way up at 20 if I want, even 21 because that's the last number I see before I have white boxes. So 21, I know that all these numbers have the number 2 in their tens place and a number 2 in their ones place, so that must mean it's the number 22. So if I count, I have 21, 22. Whoop. Next text box is 23, then 24, and 25. Each time I'm just counting by 1. Now this one's kind of tricky because there's no number in the tens place right here for me to figure out. But again, I know that it's going to be the number after the number 20. I know that the number 21 comes next, then the number 22, then 23, and 24. When I check myself, I see that all of these numbers have the number 2 in the tens place, and all of these numbers have the number 1 in the ones place. You'll notice that these last numbers in this column, they all are different in the tens place. They jump from a 2 to a 3 to a 4, and that's because when we have 10 ones, we go up 1 10, just like we learned the other day when we were working with our base 10 blocks. So that's why this number always switches. And then to keep going, this time, oh my goodness, I'm starting in 60s. I have 61, 62, 63, then it's 64, 65. Whoops, I didn't skip to the next text box. 65, 66, 67, and 68. Always making sure that when I check, I have the same number in my tens place, and then the same number in my ones place. Well, this one's a little tricky. So here I have 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Oh, now I have 10 ones, right? So that means I have to go up to the next 10, which is going to be a 6. So I have not just 6, but I have 6 tens. So I have to put a 0 there to show that it's in the tens place. Skipping to our next one, I have 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Next number is 48, 49. Now remember, I have 10 ones this time, so that means I go up 1 10. I have 5 tens, but I need to put a 0 there because all of these numbers have a 0 that holds the place value. There are 0 ones. When I go down here, I'm going from 50 to the next number, so it's going to be 51. One more. Ooh, this is a tricky one. Let's see. I have all the way up to 100. And when I get to 100, I need to add just 1 1. So that means I have 100, 0 tens, and 1 1. Notice that it went from 7, 8, 9 tens to 10 tens and then 11 tens. So each time I've increased by a 10. So now I had 101, 102, 103, 104. And we can check and make sure my 2 needs to be in that ones place. My 3 has to be in the ones place, and my 4 has to be in the ones place. All right, friends, I want you to practice on the hundreds chart, online that you can click right on and practice on your own counting by ones. But then there is a Google slide that I want you to complete, filling in those text boxes just like I did.